Oh man. What's up? People I guess it's like the hot and now sign. I like how my algorithm is just feeding people to come in. Shots out. What up? Big Travis, what up? Let me make sure I got all my other chats up right now. I gotta make sure Facebook and Twitch and TikTok and all that stuff is up. So if it's anybody that's new to the chat, let me know where y'all chiming in from. Let me know where y'all chiming in from. I told my community that I was gonna go live, and I'm doing it a little bit earlier than normal. So what's up? What's up? What's up? I'm pulling all my other chats up, so I'm gonna be here for about an hour. I'm just here to give out gems. So if you need gems, stay here. Stay here. Let me just make sure Twitch. Let me make sure Facebook and YouTube and everybody is up. Where you tuning in from? The real G's. I think that's your name. I see Marco. I think it's Marco. Oh, when people have longer names, the joints be getting scrunched up. I got astigmatism in this eye, and I'm nearsighted in this other eye. It's trash. But I can see. I'm not Stevie Wonder. I can see a little bit. So let me make sure all of the chats are up. Okay, TikTok is officially up. Thank God. All right. And anybody, and I guess I'm gonna end up recapping throughout the night. I always have to recap so people know where we are. And I always have to say this too. The full feed is going to be on YouTube. All the other platforms are getting all of the feed. So if you want to see the PDFs and you want to see some of the strategies that I'm going over, that is going to be in on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and TikTok. You said Jess Marciano. Is that how I say it? Is that how I say it? In NY. I love NY, yo. I was in New York, so I got the real big break. I got it in New York. I got it in New York, and I will forever be indebted to the great state of New York and the great city of Queens. I love being in Queens. I ain't gonna front. We were trying to decide when me and my wife we were in the I won't say date. We were dating, but we were engaged. We were like, yo, what city will we settle in? We're from North Carolina and we're both somewhat artists. I'm a producer. She's an artist. So we were looking at New York. I was like, I like New York. New York is fire, but I can't see spending like $1,800 a month for a studio apartment for me and her. So I was like, nah. Then we looked at LA. LA was, again, phenomenal city. I think the opportunities will always exist in the bigger cities. But then we looked at Atlanta and we were thinking about when we have kids and where we want to settle with the kids and all that stuff. And Atlanta was a choice. So we've been here since 2000. We've been here since 2010, 2011. 2010, 2011, right around now. As soon as we got married, we moved from North Carolina straight down to Atlanta. So yeah, but dope. Welcome, man. Welcome. I've been doing a 30-day social media challenge since the first of the month, and I plan on being here every day. I plan on giving out something every day. I know I felt naked. I ain't got my Apple Watch on. I normally have a watch or something on when I do my lives, but um I I figured this was some of my logic, and I am gonna have this for sale. The whole so look, everybody that shows up to these lives, y'all get all of the sauce. Y'all really do get all the sauce. I had one guy. It was his first day. It was his first day even hearing about me on social media, and that's why I like doing the lives. It was his first day. He was like, "Yo, I thought you was just a producer. I took so many notes from the last night." So I was like, "All right, cool. Well, I'm here to continue to give y'all some sauce. I'm here to continue to give y'all some sauce. So if y'all do have to go in and out, it's cool. No big deal." I see Ogo Board. Is that Elisa? What's up? I think Ye. I'm sure that's not Kanye, but I saw somebody named Ye on TikTok. Let me go over to my Facebook feed. Let me see. Hold up. It said Facebook feed has ended. Why? Okay, so it did not end. All right, Facebook is still up. We still up. We still up. All right, Big Don. What up, Big Don? Yo, I haven't seen you in a minute, man. Hopefully life is good. I know life is good over here. But anyway, what I was about to say to Mr. Marciano is I started doing the 30-day social media jumpstart, and this is somewhat of a I want to say a cut down version, but it's not really a cut down version. The businesses that I coach bakeries, I coach people that's in the financial business. I got a few people that do taxes and they have their own tax businesses. I got a few people in the healthcare industry. I got a few fitness trainers that and this is the thing. Out of all of them, of course, those are my top paying clients, but my heart is with the musicians. Everybody that's watching this on playback, I'm sorry. My heart is with the musicians. I'm a musician first. So I said, what could I do to offer the musicians the same information that I offer my businesses? And I came up with the idea of doing a 30 for 30, a 30-day social media challenge. Partly because last year I wrote a handbook. It's a handbook that I wrote called the 30-day social media jumpstart. And the 30-day social media jumpstart is like the basic premise of the 30-day social media jumpstart is post every day for 30 days and reach out to 30 people in your space. Post every day for 30 days and then reach out to 30 people in your space. And then hopefully by the end of the week, you have a list of contacts. You got a few prospective clients in whatever industry, But I noticed after people, what up, Eugene? What up, Eugene? After I saw a few people that would take the 30-day social media jumpstart, all of them have 1,000 questions. A few of the questions was like, well, yo, how do I find out what my niche is? I'm just a singer that do this, and this. And I have to ask the same questions over and over. So I was like, wait, since this is an issue, how about I just write another book and write a whole nother handbook to help the people out that's going to have all of these additional questions, right? So that's what this is. This is actually called the 30 for 30 social media challenge. The 30 for 30 social media challenge. Today is day 10. Today is day 10. Just to give y'all a little bit of I guess blueprint. And oh yeah, I did have a few people send me DMs. I kept telling y'all. I said, yo, show up to a live. I said, if you show up to a live, you got all the answers. You can get all of the questions answered. I'm here to help you. And I go live for about an hour and some change, right? I kept telling people, I said, yo, y'all see these joints posted on my wall. It won't be here forever. I said, make sure you go follow my YouTube page. I said, go follow the YouTube page. And everything that you want is going to be on that YouTube page. But did they listen? No, they did not listen to me the other night. So I woke up to a few DMs this morning, and some people were like, what up, Ibro? What up? I woke up to a few DMs, and people were like, yo, I was on the middle of day 7. And it's erased off of your Instagram page. I said, I told you I was going to erase off the Instagram page. I told y'all I was going to do this. So again, I'll start by saying, Mr. Make It Home, what up, boy? I love when I see my vote. But I'm gonna say this again. We only 8 minutes in before we get started. If y'all want to get the full 30-day social media challenge, start from day 1 all the way up to day 10, which is day 10 today. Go to the Mad Lucrative Network. Go subscribe to it. The Mad Lucrative Network on YouTube. Mad Lucrative Network on YouTube. And I'm going to tell y'all this. Right now, it's on YouTube for free. Now, I'm going to tell you, like I said last week, forget them things behind you, right? Like I said last week, I said it won't be on IG forever. And this is partly why. I know that this is a $500 program that I'm giving y'all. This is a $500 program that I'm giving y'all, right? A lot of the questions that might be asked during these sessions are my VIP like subscribers questions. I'm giving it to y'all for free, right? So also I know a lot of people on IG they're not vetted into their own stuff. Why would I give somebody something for free if they're not serious about their own stuff? Right? So everybody, please hear me again. So day 1 through day 7 is over on the Mad Lucrative page. Hopefully y'all will get the trend. After we reach so we day 10 today. So day, what's that, 14? No, when we reach day 16, which is going to be Saturday, everything from this week is going to be erased from Instagram and it's going to be on YouTube. Ta-da! That's how I'm working it. That's how I'm working it. What up, Devo? What up, boy? So hopefully everybody gets it. Everybody, again, if you are watching this on playback and this is your first day seeing what I'm doing and you love it, you want to see the whole 30-day social media jumpstart, go over to YouTube. Right now we're on day 10. All right. And I'm gonna tell y'all this is, and I'm gonna do a quick wrap up, but then we're gonna get to today. Day 1. Hopefully everybody got y'all notes. I almost want to be like what the influencers be saying. I gotta learn those little vernacular, like the stuff that he said. Yo, put the pin in the subject. No, put the pin in the comments if you're ready to take your notes. I almost want to do that, but it's not necessary. But put your pen in the comments if you want to take your notes. On YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, everybody. Put the pen in the comments. All right, I'm playing. But day one was defining your unique brand, what makes you stand out. All right, and I'm gonna zip through these joints because I be running out of time. Day 1 was defining your unique brand, what makes you stand out. Day 2 was creating a strong bio and telling your story. Everybody has a specific story that you can tell, and the very basics. And again, these are all hour-long conversations that I'm having on each subject. When it comes to your bio and the story that you're telling, I like to tell the highest point of your life, like where you currently are, or a highest point that you've reached. For me, one of the highest points that I've reached was, and I got a few of them. One of them was winning the Grammy and what that felt like to go win the Grammy, right? And then the lowest low was when the repo man came to my condo and repoed every car that I got. Everything was repo, and telling and really digging in on the story and telling people what it felt like to not only get repoed, but to also have a house in foreclosure and to also have issues with family members that's passing. And then, like, it's just different dynamics to tell your story, but all of these things are a part of your unique brand. So I like to make sure I coach people into learning how to get to both of those points quickly, and then the hope is that you've built a product that can point to the product that you're selling. I hate to say selling, but the product that you're offering people. After you tell both of these stories, it aligns with the product that you're trying to push towards people, and they say, "I love it. I get why you do that." So for me, my sweet spot is entrepreneurship, music, and I got to give y'all one more. Education, entrepreneurship, music, and education, right? And then I can tell you how I got the bag. I can tell you everything about what I did to lose the original bag, and then how I had to go get the bag again, right? And I feel like we have too many people, and I'm 41 years old too. I don't mind saying that. And I say that because I have a few decades under my belt of experience. So it's not just like some new youngin that's trying to tell you how to be financially fit, but then they don't know how to tell you to be stable. They don't know how to tell you how to be stable. They don't know how to tell you all of the other intricacies that go along with the win, right? Even for me, I love building relationships, real relationships with people, and we feed into each other. And over time, I've also learned how to, unfortunately, create profiles for each person that I come across. Oh, that person, if I entertain more of a relationship with them, they're gonna eat up some of my resources. I don't need them in my circle. Or if I entertain this over here, it's gonna eat up too much of my time. I don't need to entertain that right there. Right. But again, I have all this time, but see, and this is how my time be running over. So day three. Day three was choosing your brand and aesthetics, the colors and the vibes of your brand. And I went through all of that whole thing. Day 4 was crafting your social media strategy, what platforms you should use, what things you should do in content world, and which, like, what's the easiest way I can tell you? You got Instagram, you got Facebook, you got TikTok, you got LinkedIn, you got YouTube, right? You got all of these. Oh yeah, and then you got Twitch, and then you got Snapchat, depending on what type of art you create, right? All my OnlyFans girls, that's for y'all. I had to just go ahead and slide that in there because I don't be using Snapchat. But anyway, what type of platform do you need to use the most? And then we went through how to identify what works for you. Some people don't belong on Instagram. They just don't make appealing content. Now what I'm saying is they don't belong on Instagram as the primary source of feeding their brand, but they still have to use Instagram, right? But their brand might align more with YouTube. So you feed YouTube. If you got to break down your time wheel, your social media time wheel, and I don't think I went over that in the live, but I like to do a time wheel for social media, right? On my time wheel, it'll consist of how much time I'm gonna scroll, which is for me maybe 5-10% of scrolling time. Then I have another maybe 30% of time I'm doing research for the podcast or business wise or whatever. And then I got the other percentage of time where I'm using social media to build my contact list. I'm using social media to build my fan base. I might be commenting on a few posts before I make another post so I can build all of that up. And we're not doing this today. No, we're not doing that today. Y'all not gonna be. Nope. Let me turn these notifications off, y'all. Give me a second. I'm sorry. Last night they just kept going. They kept going, kept going, kept going. All right, that's off. But yeah, so which platforms work for you the best? Right? And I went through all of that. Day five, optimizing your Instagram, TikTok, and your website. And I went through all of that. Day 6, making a professional EPK. I showed y'all my personal EPK. Now, the EPK that I showed y'all was just my speaking EPK. Like if somebody wants me to come speak on a panel, or we're having a conversation centered around technology, music, entrepreneurship, all that stuff. People book me to do that stuff. Right now, my booking fee is right around $2,000. About $2,000. That joint got to come up though. We got, right. Right now, I'm around $2,000 to get booked for a speaking engagement, sit on panels and all that stuff. I do foresee in the near future where I hit 10 bands, 20 bands. I see it, right? But anyway, I showed y'all my EPK. Day 7 was content planning. How often to post? What do you post when you post? Go look at it. Day 7. Day 8 is actually still posted on Instagram, so y'all can see that if you want to. But that was who was your ideal client, building your fan base, targeting an audience. We got to know who we targeting. Hey, Gigi. Hey, girl. I need a copy of that social media time. Okay, I got you. But I like to structure as much stuff as possible because I just don't have a lot of time. And I told a few of my other clients, I said, yo, y'all got me here coaching with y'all, right? But I'm also a licensed contractor. I also have a property flipping business. We also do interior design. We also do, we have a lot of stuff going on, and that's just on the real estate side. Then you want to dip into the music side of things. Of course, y'all normally see me producing music. That's what y'all normally follow me for. But that's like I don't say bottom. But that's not my bread and butter. Producing music is not my bread and butter. The most expensive beat that I've sold to date was $27,000. I don't know too many people that's touching that. All right. So again, framework. In the music field or in the entertainment side of things, I got the Mad Lucrative podcast. We got the Lucrative Love podcast. We got sessions where I post me making beats. I got coaching calls because I post some of my coaching calls kind of like Gary Vee. And what else? And we got stage plays, and we got the Lucrative Music Festival this year. This is the first year I will be having my own Lucrative Music Festival. All right. So anyway, that's on the entertainment side of things. And then I also have philanthropy. And I like to tell every business owner, if you at some point try to start developing like your brand to be expansive, like where you can expand your brand rather. The reason I started the philanthropy side, and my philanthropy is a 501c3, is called No More Starving Artists. No More Starving Artists. And the title is self-explanatory. Everybody always says what? Girl, you gotta keep working. You know, y'all all starving artists. I give you a couple dollars. I'm trying to break that myth. That is trash. That is poop. As I tell my 6-year-old daughters, that is poop. There's no reason you have to be broke in whatever year, under whatever presidency. It don't matter who's in. There are ways to get to bags. I have shown people receipts, right? But again, that was just day 8. Yesterday was organic growth and how we want to attract more fans and industry contacts. That was what that was about, right? Is that, yeah, that's what that was about yesterday. So again, all of this stuff is on my YouTube page every day. I'm going for the whole month of March, and primarily for all of my musicians, all of my creative people that can't pay me $1,500 an hour. I'm doing this for y'all. This is me off the strength. This is because I love you. I love you, boy. Lady, I love you. All right. So today I'm going to talk about email listing and the fan base and strategies to grow your email list and your fan base. Also, I will say this: I have been sharing a few of my prompts. Thank you for all them likes too. I have been sharing some of my prompts on how to use Chat GPT. The reason, Doctor, this is the first person from my actual community that's on the live. But anyway, Dr. J, what up? But I like to try to be efficient. Again, I just told y'all about some of the stuff I got going on. And I got a 9 to 5. I am a firm believer. If that bag is sitting right there, that might be a $50,000 bag. That might be an $80,000 bag. That might be $100,000. Fine. You can't pick it up? Go pick it up. Why we can't pick all of them bags? I want all of them. I don't want a few of them. I want all of the bags. Because this is how I look at it. If I'm the only one eating, then I don't have a blessed circle. If I'm the only one eating, I have not poured enough resources into the people around me for them to eat too. I ain't doing it right. So and this is how I use my bags. I'm gonna show y'all. This is how I use my bags. Today I had a sizable, Lord Jesus, I had to go get a cashier's check, a sizable cashier's check for this mom's musical. We're about to do a mom's musical. Watch this. And we're gonna get to today's lesson. But we're doing a mom's musical to pamper single and married moms, and the ones that's just, some of the moms that just ain't been tended to and been loved on. We came up with a stage play, meaning me and my wife she wrote it, and this is her thing. But we came up with the stage play to pamper these women. They're gonna get the stage, and we're doing this 3 days. So y'all know it is, again, it is not cheap. But y'all want to know why I get all of these bags? This is why I get all of the bags, for these reasons. But we're gonna pamper the women. They're gonna come in for the stage play. We're doing this on a Friday, Mother's Day weekend, Friday, Saturday, and that Sunday, right? We're gonna have a brunch. We're gonna have I think the masseuse, and then we're gonna have the candles. I gotta figure out me a flower connect because I want all the women to get the roses. And it's just gonna be a love, just a big warm hug for all of these women that's mothers, right? But I also have the Lucrative Music Festival where I'm doing something similar for all of the creative people. So it's everything expanded. I know a lot of creative people don't realize that you can go and get you something called a statement loan. A statement loan is how you can apply and approve for a house. You can go buy a house just off of your Cash App statement. Now, you might need to go try to start using Zelle or something else. But you can use statements to get the loan. I want to dispel the myth that you have to have the 9 to 5 to get the things that you say you need. Because I realize that everybody is not like me, and everybody is not going to stomach having a 9 to 5, and not even stomach it. I actually get joy out of having my 9 to 5 because I talk to millionaires all day long. I talk to millionaires about their issues, and I'm looking at the housing, and they're telling me about this type of stock, and then they're telling me about the plays, if this F1 or is it S&P 500, and they're giving me plays. So I was like, okay, I need this for me. Right? But everything else is for y'all. So that's funny. Even the people that I work with was like, why did you come back? I've had my second week back at work. I had an older white guy. And I am going to talk about today's lesson, but I had an older white guy that was at the time clock, and he was just looking at me like, big money. Why you come back to work, big money? I said, bruh, I said, everybody, I don't come to work out of deficit. I said, I actually like the camaraderie because if I wasn't doing this, then it's all business, all laser focus, and I don't leave the studio. I don't do anything else but work. I said, so my job is actually like locker room talk, honestly. So he was just like, okay. And I said, and the insurance. I had to try to dumb it down to the level you understand. I said, and the insurance, I have to have this good government insurance. Gotta have this good government insurance. What up, Kay? What's up? What's up? So anyway, I'm gonna share the screen. again, I'm gonna share the screen. Bishop Brinson, I didn't even know you was on Facebook. You said I want to be on the stage for the gospel portion of the festival. I'm down. I'm down. I didn't even put a gospel portion on the festival. Because this is the thing, I had some investors that was interested in sponsoring the show. And it's been a lot of running around. I wanted to bring it to North Carolina first, but cars wasn't aligning with North Carolina. It's gonna take too much work. But I mean, it's still open. It's still open. I wasn't having the festival until September. So if any of y'all watch this on playback and you want to partner with me for the festival in Georgia and in North Carolina, big opportunity. Holla at me. But yo, Bishop Brinson, I'm down. Let me think about how we're gonna do that though. Think about how we're gonna do that. All right, everybody that's watching this on YouTube and on Twitch, on TikTok, I am sharing my screen shortly as soon as the little spinning wheel stops spinning on my Mac. So I bought a new Mac, right? And how I got it is a whole nother situation because my homeboy, shouts out to Goliath. Goliath was like, why you gonna get a used laptop? I don't buy nothing new. I feel like that is like the cheat code to staying like well off with money. Like I try not to buy nothing new. I went to the Lexus car dealership and I was like, yeah, I need me a little commuter. A few of my friends in my story was like, you talking about getting a Lexus as a commuter? So I was like, yeah, what's wrong with that? It was like, what happened to Toyota? I was like, oh, I thought they were trying to play me. I was like, what's wrong with the Lexus? Anyway. I'm gonna drive my pickup truck. How about that? My pickup truck has been paid for years. Every car I got is paid for. So anyway. So we're on day 10. All right, y'all can look at this. Day 10 is building the email list. Again, if you got your notebook pads. Pro Shop says used laptops don't matter. Thank you. And Lexus is a Toyota. Thank you. It's the same thing. What's that girl? Y'all remember the girl that had a little ponytail and tie shit like this? Same thing. But this is what I wanted today to really be about as far as the building the fan base and building the email list and like the strategy behind it. Y'all know I love to tell my story before I dig in on the chat GPT and the prompts and all that stuff. The best thing I could tell you about this email list and the strategies is stay on top of the consistency. I feel like you have to use your email list just like you do social media, honestly. So if you are, case in point, I have what? Let me look it up. Let me look it up. All right. Right now, so I just wrote 30 for 30. So right now I have 30 for 30 as a ebook. I have I got too many products. Give me 1 second. 30 for 30 as an email list because I got all of my other stuff on the same page. So I got sound packs. I got the 3-day masterclass for producers. I got my lucrative community, which is my subscription based only community that gets coached or we text each other. And then I also did a recession prep kit handbook, which was more so for my businesses. And I went through different strategies on how to sustain yourself through a recession. If y'all don't know, I wrote this way before now. And the Don is in the office like this. I'm going to sign it. Where the black marker at? Where the black marker at? But anyway, I wrote the recession prep kit. And then I also wrote playbook to production for producers, and part 1 and part 2. Right? So that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, roughly 4 ebooks, right? That I've written. Again, everything that I do is to solve problems. But these ebooks and even me giving stuff away, cheat code. Even me giving stuff away, like the 30 for 30, is a form of me building my email list. Right? You give something out for free. Chicken on a stick. If y'all don't know what chicken on a stick is, put it in the chat and I'll let you know what chicken on a stick is. But I give something away for free. And then now you benefited from this product that I wrote that's for sale, and I gave it to you. And now you come back in return and give me an email. Now, the importance of that email list is make sure people are up to date with what you got going on, right? I can't say that I have been the best at sending emails out or a daily mailer, but I do use it pretty consistently. And the way I use it is every time I have a new product come out, I'll say, all right, look, y'all, I know we did the 30-day social media challenge. I mean, the 30, what was it called? 30, I've been saying 30 for 30 for so long now. The first 30 for 30 was actually called the 30-day social media jumpstart. It was a jumpstart, right? I didn't have all of the parameters set with it. Like how right now we got and I'll scroll up so y'all can see. Right now we got all of the define your brand, strong bio, aesthetics and colors, social media strategy, optimizing Instagram, planning and all that stuff, organic growth. Today, day 10, the email list. Tomorrow is going to be lead magnets. Day 12, and it's something to do every day. What I really want you to do is become a beast at what you do. I don't want you to have any hiccups on or no excuses on why something's not working, right? I myself remember paying, I think we were paying $2,000 a month for a PR company. And they didn't do because they might see this on Instagram and they might feel away. But I didn't say their name. But we were paying $2,000 a month for this particular PR company to do all of the stuff that I'm telling y'all about right now, right? And the issue is they would come back with the little weekly report and they say, all right, well, we hit this platform and we hit this outlet. And, I know we said we wanted to go on Fox. I know we said we want to go on ABC. Well, we got you NBC. I was like, all right, cool. And then I took pictures and behind the scenes stuff of us going to NBC. My wife went and performed over there. And it was cool. It was cool until I learned, oh, none of this had to be paid for. It was all a relationship. Oh. And then my wife was like, yeah, I just reached out to so-and-so and then I got this one. I was like, oh, so why did we pay them? Why were we paying them $2,000 again? Why were we paying them? I think we were about $6,000 in the hole by now. And no return. No return. And this is why I said this is a $500 course, because I'm literally making you a beast at a beast at marketing your own stuff. And then the funny thing is, I'm sure somebody else is going to do what I'm saying do, and then y'all are going to master it, and then y'all going to charge somebody else to do the same thing. It's cool. The game is the game. Do what you do. But for me, I'm going to give it to you for a certain amount of time. And then you're going to get the benefits, right? So today we're on the email list. We are also going to talk about strategies. As always, I like to use ChatGPT because it's going to speed everything up. So I'm going to share my prompts. If you're looking at this on Instagram, it's only you on Instagram, Black Star Music. So if you want to see all of the prompts, go to Magneto7 on TikTok or Magneto7 on Twitch or Magneto7 on TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. But it's the Mad Lucrative Network on YouTube. And again, everybody that's watching this on Instagram, because I'm going to repost this tonight. Everybody that's watching this, to the Mad Lucrative Network on YouTube, please make sure you go subscribe, because after we touch day, is it 10? After we touch day 16, it won't be on Instagram no more. It's gonna only be on YouTube. All right. All right. So look, let's see. This is some of the prompts, and this is the way ChatGPT works for all of my older crowd and all of my older people that's not too tech savvy. Think of ChatGPT as your personal assistant. ChatGPT ain't never gonna talk back. Well, she gonna talk back. She gonna say the good stuff though. ChatGPT ain't never. She gonna always have time. I know. I know if I had, because I did have an assistant at one point, and at that point, I learned that I was a little demanding. Unfortunately, I am a little demanding when it comes to business. But if I'm paying you to do something, you just need to do the job. That's how I look at it. You're getting paid. But anyway, so if y'all can see these prompts, this is the question. And if you see my chat name, that I named my chat GPT that. So I said, what type of strategies can I use to grow my email list and my fan base? Now, this is the thing. Everything that she spits out is based off of all of the conversations that her and I have already had. It's nothing new. It's nothing new that me and my chat GPT is gonna come across, because she knows everything. She knows all about my real estate stuff. She knows about all of my finances. Because look, chat GPT can be your see, I'm about to mess somebody up. Oh, I'm sorry. All of my CPAs, I'm sorry. All of my legal assistants, I'm sorry. Chat GPT is here. Right? So chat GPT can tell me how to balance the books. It can tell me what all my tax breaks might be. It can tell me everything I need to know as it relates to me and my finance and everything. So anyway, if you look at this is what she gave me. And a lot of this stuff I already do. But I guess it's a little bit more refined depending on how you look at it. It's a little bit more refined on how you look at it. So, and I see on TikTok, hold on, y'all, on TikTok, maybe I need to stretch the screen out, because I don't know if y'all can see. I don't think y'all can see y'all can't see the whole prompt. Oh man, I'm sorry. Let's see. Is that better? That ain't no better, is it? All right. Give me a second. Let's see how that looks. If I got to get rid of that part of the screen. This is when I need my Senior Goliath. I think that's it. All right, something like it. Anyway, these are ways to build email lists. Now, remember I said chicken on a stick. Remember from the beginning I said chicken on a stick. Give something away for free of something, not something, because y'all gonna give some trash away. Y'all have to give something of value away for free, and then let them come back, because people saw the value in what you gave them. And now they, in hopes that the product is so good, they want to come pay for it. That's the hope. So, part of my email listing strategy, i.e., ChatGPT, your email list is crucial for selling beats, promoting your coaching calls, and pushing your community. So now y'all can see some of these lead magnets. I like to break all of these down, because none of this stuff works if you don't have a strong call to action. A call to action is this. If a lot of y'all watch my beat making videos, so I give it to you like that. Y'all see me making the beats. I be doing this. Then I say, the bass. I do all of this, right? All the antics and all that stuff, right? But while I'm doing all of that stuff, some of y'all notice the second watch or the third watch or the fifth watch that I said, masterclass, March 26th through the 28th. Sign up now. Okay, that was a prompt. That's a call to action. Or you might see me say, comment, I need beats if you want me to produce you. That's another call to action, right? But what I'm gonna tell you is what you have to do is figure out your industry, and this is why all of the other steps are important. Day one all the way up to today. If you have a foggy type of product, when I say foggy, meaning you're not clear on what you're selling and you're not clear on what people benefit, how they benefit from it, then a lot of the times your product that could indeed be good is not going to sell. That product is not going to sell. The reason is you have not figured a way, you haven't figured out a way to relay the message clear enough for people to understand it, and you don't believe it yourself. So it's like if I was trying to market myself as a CPA, I would never, even though I have Chat GPT, I would never try to market myself as a CPA because I have no history in that space, right? So this is something I even not pastor, none of that, but I even coached. I coached the pastor, and I was talking to him about him having call to actions with his social media stuff. And I don't know if Bishop Brinson is still in the room, but this might be something good for you. I was telling them, shouts out to PJ. Not gonna say all his stuff, but on our first meetup, and this is what I normally do. Out, you could book a discovery call, and our discovery call might be for about an hour and a half to 2 hours long. And with this particular pastor, I said, okay, tell me a little bit about yourself, because this is how I like to look at it. Any history that you have in a certain space will help you relay the message even clearer. That's how I could take a whole hour talking about me on the strive to try to get a placement, and then what it felt like to get the placement, and then what it felt like to get the Grammy, and what it felt like all of these things are pressure points that you have to be able to touch when you're having a conversation about your product. So anyway, this particular pastor, I was saying, all right, so right now you're getting your doctorate's degree in that. All right, cool. How much time do you have to do social media? I don't have but this much time. This. Okay. Being that you don't have this much time, I have a service that can get you stuff posted on a consistent basis, and we have to schedule a meetup at least once a week so we can hit our targets. If your target is to try to build membership, okay, we need to try to push the church in a certain light. If your target is to try to push the ebook, now we need to try to get you on some podcasts. See what I mean? So anyway, this particular pastor was like, I don't know, I haven't really thought about that. I just preach on Sundays, and I said, all right, cool. What I want you to do is go home, do some homework, and find out what other passions do you have outside of pastoring. Is it philanthropy? Is it do you have a knack for business? Do you have a knack for concessions and like all of the hospitality industry? Like all of these are little segments that people can use to build your brand. But again, the first thing is making sure you come up with the strong enough product that you believe in that's in your space. Secondly, we're looking at the strategies. What's going to be the lead magnets? For me, again, it's exclusive beat packs, which I don't do that as much no more because I feel like it devalues my brand. But ChatGPT is recommending it. I might try it again. But exclusive beat packaging, exclusive masterclass clips, which I do that. Recession prep kit handbook free for 24 hours. I might do that. VIP access for the first 100 to sign up for the festival. We might do that. And then contest entry, which that's why I have the lucrative barsmiths. I got the lucrative barsmiths that's coming up very soon, where I'm gonna post the beat. They can rap on top of it, resend the joint. And what that's going to do is help build their fan base, and it's going to help me get some of their people on my page. So it's a give. Everybody wins, right? And this is the call to action. This is the basic version of a call to action right there. Want a free release beat? Drop the email list below, right? I probably wouldn't do that. I'd probably use one of the automated services to get the email out. And see, we ain't even got there yet. But this is just email list growth strategies. I have seen a few other companies use live events to push email listing. That's how who came to Georgia? The Revolt Conference. When the Revolt Conference came to Georgia, everybody could get in for free, or a certain tier of people could get in for free. Partly, watch this, all of it is a part of the game, honestly. But partly it was because We need to show all of our investors that invested in the Revolt conference, we need to show all of them that we had a packed house every day. How easy is it to get a packed house if you give people tickets for free? That's one of the easiest plays. But the only way you can get the tickets away for free is if you have a sponsor. And the only way you can have a sponsor is if you have a big enough brand where the sponsor want to attach themselves to. Hopefully everybody getting it. I'm trying to get through it real quick because we got a lot to cover. If you don't get it, just rewatch it over and over and over. But Revolt came to Georgia and said, all right, what we're going to do, we're going to do a general admission ticket. The general admission ticket is going to be free with the email or free with the text message. You put your phone number in, sign up for the text thread, and I'm going to give you the ticket for free. None of this stuff is free. All of these things are lead magnets. These are all lead magnets. So now you got the free tier, then you get the VIP tier. What happened with the VIP tier? They say, oh, yeah, you want to go meet Glorilla? You want to go meet, I think, Sway or something. Whoever was in the city. Who was here? Drink Champs. Drink Champs came through. They said, all right, you want to go meet Noriega and all them with Drink Champs? Sign up for the VIP tier. The VIP tier might be $40, $50. Then do you want to get the gold platinum tier? Gold platinum tier might give you a box and a lunch and a dinner or whatever, and then a free event for like a brunch or something, right? That was the extra VIP tier. But all of these things are ways to build your leads. All of these things is how to bring value to your event. All right. Hopefully everybody getting it. All right. So now we went over the call to action. Instagram and YouTube growth loops. Lord Jesus. I love these. I love them. Yes, I do. So I don't know if this term even exists. I don't know if the term exists today, but this is probably back in 2018. I was saying, yo, that's a content loop. It's like a content loop. And everybody was just looking at me like, what does that mean? It's like if somebody watches something, right? It's like the infinite picture. Like if you take a picture of a mirror, you take a picture of another mirror, you take a picture of another mirror, and it's like a hallway of mirrors, right? Infinite content. I was saying this on my lives on music reviews. But when you think about content that works, that's what it really is. You post something one time and it came from the heart. Like the girl, what was the girl said? The girl that went over to Iraq or Iran or whatever, the black lady, and she was like, I want my $10,000. I want my, right? One piece of content turned into an interview on the Shade Room. And then it went from the Shade Room over to the Joe Button podcast. I think Club Shay Shay covered it. And then the other tier of people, like my tier of podcasting, we covered it. And then it went back up to, oh, well, she did something else. So then the loop starts over. That is one of the best ways to grow your content. And I think what happens is, and this is aside from what we're about to cover, but I just wanted to make the point. When it comes to the content that works, most of the time it don't die. It only dies when you stop tending to it. And what I mean is this: if you're the content creator, have a dope moment. You have a dope moment and it's recorded on camera. You post it, says a 30-second to 1 minute clip. Now you went from just Instagram sharing it to or just you sharing it to 100,000 other people sharing it. Now that video goes to those people's groups, and then that goes to another group of people's groups, and now it jumps from IG to Facebook. And of course, most people just say this going viral. Yes, part of it is going viral, but if you stop tending to that particular post, a lot of the times that joint just gonna die. You might have a good week. You might have a good viral week. So what I like to recommend is when people say something and something starts to work, you need to be commenting on everything back to back. As soon as somebody shares, yo, thank you for sharing that joint. Thank you so much. If somebody comment, oh, that's crazy. Why you say that? Keep the people engaged. Keep the people engaged. Part of this is how you're going to grow your platform. Part of this is how you're going to grow your platform. But anyway, Instagram and YouTube growth loops. All right. Instagram stories. I want my top 5 beat secrets. Or you want my top 5 beat secrets? And I do a lot of these. Post in your stories things that people have to respond to. I'll say it again. post in your stories things that people have to respond to. And I'm gonna see what Probe Shop say. That's definitely the rules here on TikTok. See, exactly. But in your stories, especially IG, and I talked about this a few days ago, but my IG went from maybe 10 to 20 people coming to my stories per day to right around 150 to 300 people. I haven't seen over 300 people in my stories, but it's always 100 and up. Between 100 to 150 people in my stories every day. I was wondering, like, why y'all coming to my stories? Like, the sauce is on my page. I just posted the reel. Y'all should be looking at the reel. But what I realized is a lot of people may have started following me for the reel, and they want to send the fire sign with the beats and all that. Yo, bro, you did your thing with that beat. They want to do all of that stuff, but then it's another group of people that want to actually connect. It's another group of people that want to connect with you. It's another group of people that might want to even give you some input. I had a few people tell me over time, because I've been shooting podcasts since 2021. So I had a lot of people say, yo, your lighting was looking weird. Yo, I even had some photographers. Yo, if you want to fix your shot, you need to put your lighting to the side so you can fix your shot. But good content. Keep up the good work. For me, I was just like, oh, this is how communities are built. And most people would try to get in y'all. And this is why I keep telling content creators, yo, please, musicians, please don't get in your feelings when people give you advice on certain things. Some people might be trying to be spicy and they might really don't give a F about what you got going on. But there's another group of people, and I like to tend to those people. It's another group of people that want everything that you got to offer. But in them wanting everything that you got to offer, they might have some input. And a lot of their input is the harsh truths that ain't nobody else gonna tell you about you. So I would say embrace a lot of it. Embrace a lot of it. Even when people get smoky with me, I love when people get smoky. Yo, big ass head, bro. Look at you. Okay, I love it. I love every bit of it, because for me, for one, I am just secure in my manhood and my masculinity, whatever you want to call it. I am him. I feel like him every day I wake up. So it's nothing that an IG troll could say to get me off my rocker. I remember I was at church one Sunday and I was playing, and in between services, I saw my YouTube starting to go crazy. And I was like, what's going on with YouTube? Because my YouTube has been a real gradual growth, right? That has been the slowest growth, but we almost at 30,000 subs now, right? I give stuff away. So I noticed a lot of people would say, oh, this big dummy, he don't even know about Atlanta. What side of Atlanta you from? So I was just like, Atlanta? I didn't even know what they were responding to, because I have all of my stuff automated. Anytime y'all see me posting on social media, I didn't post it. It's all automated. It just goes through a cycle. I have a calendar, because I'm too busy to be doing all of this stuff. I don't have time for that. But I just noticed all of these people talking about, where you from? You ain't from Atlanta. So I'm like, okay, let me click on YouTube and see what they're doing. And they were talking about a podcast clip where I was talking about the best wings or something in Atlanta. And I was like, yeah, I'm in East Atlanta or whatever. So I just thought it was comical that all of these people, all of these new subscribers are coming to subscribe to my page just to hate. And I was just like, okay. So I was like, man, and I'm a Scorpio. The type of person I am, I was like, man, you don't know nothing about no wings. Yeah, I do know about the wings. I was just like, let's go. Let's get it going. I like that stuff, because for me, it's all about the engagement. I don't believe in trying to shadow ban anybody's point of view. If you got a certain point of view and you want to voice it, go ahead and get it off your chest. Let's talk. I don't care if you in the LGBTQ plus community. I don't care if you with the rednecks. I don't care if you the Asians that might not like black people. I want to have a conversation with all of us. Let's have a conversation. And I think the funny thing is, all of my people that are in the LGBTQ plus community, they love me. They be like, yo, you are wow. But I just be like, yo, There is no reason to hate nobody for nothing. Like it's too many options to win in life for you to hate. It's too many. But anyway, let's get back to it. Um, so now we talked about the YouTube loop a little bit, posting in the stories. I like to use stories. One of my hacks for Instagram, one of my hacks for Instagram is always putting a question or always giving space for a comment. So you know how I might be talking about what I got, fingernail clippers. All right, I can post in my stories. I can for this is honest the truth. This is all I be doing. I might post in my story, be like, man, I'm gonna get this joint. Dang, I just snipped my finger. How many of y'all been have y'all ever snipped y'all finger and like it might bleed a little bit, but that little piece of skin right there, put it right there. Yes, I know what that do. That boosts the algorithm. That's how we went from 20 to 100 people in them stories every day. Because everybody voting. Boy, I done clip my fingernail. Or you might have I'll put the comment in there and I'll say, yo, what's your horror story for clipping your fingernail? One time I got fresh out the shower and people do this. Or I will post a video of like the red pill, blue pill guys, and I'll ask questions. So women, what do y'all think about this? And the women go ahead and go in. Fellas, have your wife ever did this? And then they go in. And then that's what that creates a loop of content. Because now since they responded to something that I posted in my story, now I can go back and respond to their response. Did I say it too fast? Did I say it too fast? What I post, say for instance, I'll post a group of women talking about how they wish they could find a good man. Just an example. A group of women talk about how they wish they could find a good man. I'll post it in my stories. One post might be, "Women, is this true?" Let them go talk, and then they go, "It is true. I went on the worst date of my life." And then after they comment, I open up my chat in my stories, and I see everybody's responses. Now I can click on the response, and then I make another video in my story responding to them again. And then most of the time, some of them come back and double back and say, I forgot to add this. And then they send another one. And then the same post of the women talking about how hard it is to find a good man. I'll say, fellas, what you think? Then the fellas do the same thing. Well, I mean, for me, it's about all these gold digger women. It's a content loop, but it keeps people engaged and it makes them want to come to you for something. And I think that's part of the struggle. Find out what the something is for you. You got to find out what it is. I got to hurry up. Lord Jesus, I be going on and on. Pinned comments on YouTube is really good for acknowledgement. When you are trying to build a strong fan base, everybody wants to be seen. I got a few people, y'all are on the verge of being blocked. I'm gonna just let y'all know. Some of y'all IG people, y'all know who y'all are. They send me something every day in my story. I mean in my DMs. And I just be like, haha. And then at some point I just start responding. Very difficult. Are we back up? Okay, we back up. We back up. We back up. So let's see. Let's see. March 6:30. Yeah. All right. So we back up. Cool. We 64. What up, big dog? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Black Vegas. What up? All right. We back up. We back up. They had to trip the electric out. We gonna figure. We gonna talk about that. I was on the live finishing up my program for the day. But anyway, to give y'all some extra sauce, we want to make sure we use a good call to action. We want to make sure we use a good call to action for all of our videos. Artists, producers, business owners, if you post something on your wall and you don't have a call to action in your description or on the video, again, in the description, like where the caption and stuff is in the description, or you have something in the video, if you don't have one of them, you are doing yourself a disservice. You are doing yourself a disservice. I told y'all from when I first started, my call to actions might be you want me to produce some music for you, comment I need beats. Producers, comment lucrative music if you want to be a part of my coaching, my 3-day coaching call, right? Different things, call to action. And then if I don't put it in a video, I'm going to put it in the subject. It's going to be down, it's going to be somewhere on every video. I suggest y'all do the same thing. Even follow me today is a call to action. Even follow me today is a call to action because you want them to do something after they watch the video. Just posting a video is wasting your time. Again, posting your video alone is just going to waste your time. All right. Another thing we need to talk about cross promoting a little bit more, but use collaborations as a point of leverage. If you are a coach, of course, everybody have heard the same thing with coaching. Make sure you get testimonials. Make sure everybody, and if you're a musician and you go perform at a wedding, try to get that bride and groom to talk about how they enjoyed you performing at their wedding. That is going to be a new lead magnet for you to go perform at somebody else's wedding. And then if you go do that and you do it well, now you got some more leads that you can show to a club owner and say, look, I know you normally book this amount of talent every weekend, whatever. I would like to be your talent for the whole month. Let's do a bi-monthly agreement. Now I'll come perform at your club bi-monthly. Entertainers got to think differently. You got to think differently. Another thing that I want everybody to look at, the consistency. The consistency is going to drive your subscriber base. If you're not doing it enough and people don't see you enough, they probably won't. They're not going to subscribe to the channel. Honestly, people didn't start subscribing to my channel until they saw that I was consistent enough to post at least one podcast a week. At least one podcast. And now since more people are starting to come over there and a lot more people are starting to use shorts, that is an everyday thing. That's the only way you're going to compete on that platform. That's the only way you're going to compete on IG. Lastly, let's see, converting the viewers into buyers and the community members. Don't be salesy. Don't nobody want to hear you talk about how great your program is. They don't want to hear you talk about how much money you made from whatever. They want to say, how are you helping me do something? That's all they want to know. And the real challenge is figuring out what you can offer people within means, because I do believe a certain amount of people will just use you up. I don't want nobody to sign up to just be used all the time. You have to have some type of end result. For me, I want more speaking engagements. I want more people to show up to master classes. I want my program in more schools, in school systems. I want the Lucrative Music Festival to be in other states. See what I'm saying? Like it's an end result in mind. It's not just this one thing. So I challenge you to find what that is for you. Upselling is a good thing if what you have is something of value. Upselling is a good thing if you have something of value. For me, I have my lucrative community. My lucrative community is a subscription-based coaching call program. Subscription-based only. Those people are going to get everything that I do first. Before I do my lives, I group chatted my lucrative community members. I said, yo, if anybody need my advice or anything for this today's live, I'm about to go live in about 30 minutes. Come through. Right? Wherein the general public is going to be like, oh, he on live? I thought he was going to go on live at 9 o'clock. I got something to do. Guess what? My community members know everything. They got the emails. They got first dibs on all music reviews. They got a lot of stuff. My lucrative community members. But also, my lucrative community members got first dibs on all sales when it comes to like the master class. Once I start selling tickets for the lucrative music festival, a lot of my community members are going to get tickets for free. They're going to get tickets for free, right? I'm going to do a gala at some point in the year, like how Jay does the whatever the brunching, Rock Nation brunch. I'm gonna do something like that. It's a lot more stuff that's coming in the pipeline, but again, those are my points of upselling. If you don't have all of these other things in line, I challenge you, just find the first thing. The first thing. Your first thing might be something free, right? My first thing is technically free. This is a free coaching call I'm giving y'all. It's free. Ain't nobody paying nothing. You paying me with your time, but you're not paying me for this service. I'm giving it to you, right? And now when people go watch your YouTube, they're gonna be like, yo, I got the whole game plan like today. But anyway, that's on upsell, final paid service. And again, everybody that does buy the actual 30 for 30 challenge, once I list it for sale in April, I will have all of my ChatGPT prompts. So y'all will be able to get all the prompts. And again, don't worry about ChatGPT spitting you out the same concept as another artist. Everybody has their own story. Everybody is, hopefully you start to talk ChatGPT and you can kind of get that rapport built, but you could put the same question in to my chat, get a whole nother response. Some of the people that I'm coaching can put a question in, you'll get a whole nother response. That's how ChatGPT works. Next to TLDR is I don't want to talk about that. We ain't gonna do that, not today. And then, all right, this is the last thing I wanted to make sure I gave to y'all before I jump off the live. What up, Tristan? What up? This is the last thing I wanted to give y'all for free as far as the tools go. Because again, today was all about making sure we could build our email list and we could build our fan base. With the email list, I challenge you to use AI, right? We already talked about ChatGPT. ChatGPT is good for implication and the plan and the strategy. ChatGPT is good for that. When it comes to how to use and like maximize your time, now we want to throw in other AIs, right? Artificial intelligence for all of my older people. That's all it means. Because most of my older people gonna be like, yo, I thought AI was ChatGPT. No, ChatGPT is one of the AIs, but there are multiple AIs. But anyway, write these down. One of them I love to use is MiniChat. MiniChat is like fire. MiniChat is good for call to actions and responses. So if you see all of the content creators and their posts, like I post a lot, yo, comment, I need beats if you want me to produce your music, right? Somebody types, I need beats in the comment section. MiniChat is going to send them a DM. Now, depending on how many times I want MiniChat to go back and forth, I might schedule MiniChat to go back and forth for 4 messages, back and forth with the artist. The first message might be like, thank you so much for showing interest in purchasing beats from me. Tell me what type of beat you're looking for. The person don't know that it ain't me. The person responding don't know that I'm not physically talking to them, but they know that they're getting my product, right? ChatGPT sees the message. Okay, so you're looking for a soul beat in the 85 ways. It ain't that advanced yet. But I'm looking for a soul beat in the 85 BPMs that feel like some raw stuff. In a perfect world, I had a I have MiniChat say one more thing, and then after they say one more thing in response, then I'll send the link to buy beats. Then I'll send the artist the link to buy beats. And guess what? All of that was automated. It took no time out of my schedule but to post it one time. Right? Mini checks. That's one great tool to use. I love the trigger program. Another tool to start using is Active Campaign. Active Campaign is a really, really good tool to use when it comes to follow-ups, like follow-up emails, and when it comes to like sequence and sign-ups. Like, case in point, I told y'all about the lucrative community. If somebody comes to sign up for my lucrative community, now they're going to get an email response and an intake form. Once they get the intake form, I get to know, okay, you want me to coach you to get more beat sales and to make more money, basic, right? Then I can have Active Campaigns go through a whole sign up sequence. And then it'll send a welcome letter and then it'll say, see you on Sunday's meetup, right? Fire. Or if somebody starts to go through the process and they say, I'm not sure if I want to go ahead and follow through with this purchase, Active Campaign is going to say, hey, you forgot something in your cart. Hey, did you forget something in your cart? I saw you got like 4 beat leases in your cart. Like, are you gonna you have any issues? What's going on? Active Campaign, that's another tool. Zapper is another one. Zapper is good for analytics and tracking. I like to use Zapper to get all of my stuff on the screen. I see how many DMs I got on TikTok. I see how many DMs I got on Instagram. I see how many messages I got on YouTube. And it compile me a list and then put it on the spreadsheet. And then I can upload that spreadsheet right back to mini chats and say, all right, look, I need all of these people responded to. I need all these people responded to in 24 hours. And then you type out what they need to, what the responses need to do, and it'll just send everything for you. Automate it. Automate as much stuff as possible. The more time you spend on this stuff, the crazier you're going to feel like you're going. So I like to make sure you automate as much stuff as possible. And then, Lord, I still got more to cover. The last part on the automation side of things. You can, if you're a person that wants to start a podcast, and y'all may have seen some of the ads going on all of the platforms, but if you want to start a podcast, or who else would that be good for? All of my churches, all of my pastors, all of my people that's in the speaking space, like I said, more so podcasters, churches, all that stuff. You can upload a whole hour of your sermon, or a whole hour service, or a whole hour podcast right up to Opus Clips. You use Opus Clips. All you gotta do is copy your Instagram link, or you can copy your YouTube link or your Vimeo link. Copy that link, paste it into your Opus Clips, and now say, you can type a prompt too, especially for my pastors and my podcasters. If you had a good running sheet of what y'all talked about on the podcast or what you preached on, you could type the prompt in Opus Clip and say, look, today's sermon was about forgiveness and moving on, right? Find me every part of my sermon where I talked about forgiveness and moving on. You let Opus Clips go for about 30 minutes, about 30. Before you know it, you got all of your links. You got all of your clips that you can start posting on socials. And you can rework where the wording is, you can rework the colors, you can stretch out the clips, you can cut down stuff, all in Opus Clips. But the hope is that you get so good with your prompts that once you type it in an Opus Clip, it'll give you all the things that you need that's tasteful content that people want to share over and over. Because we want to automate this stuff as much as possible. Also, there's a new feature. I need to do a whole course just on this part. But also, there's a new feature in ChatGPT and Canva where they're communicating with each other. So now you can tell ChatGPT, look, I just did a podcast and I talked about money and I talked about cars, basic. I did a podcast talking about money and cars. I need you to generate me some posts. I need you to generate me a carousel, and I need you to generate me some reels. And you can upload that joint, and it's a little portion on ChatGPT where you just hit the button and they can just start talking to each other and start doing everything for you. You don't have to do all of this stuff. Takes a lot of time. And if you talk about Opus Clips, I think they have a free version where you can try it out for a little while, and then I think their first tier is like $10. I think you could get 300. You get 300 minutes for $10. 300 minutes worth of edits for $10, and it does really good. And there are a few repurpose IO. That's a decent one. I don't really rock with that one. Um, and just try to be tasteful. Make really good content. Try to be clean. Try to make sure you just stay focused, because it will get away from you. And then lastly, this is the last one I'll cover for the day because it's more. And again, if y'all actually buy the 30 for 30 challenge, it will have the chat GPT prompts in there, and y'all can see everything. But lastly, we want to make sure we learn how to target our ads. I like to use Meta and I like to use Google, right? The whole game for Meta and Google is to make sure that they target people that's in your space, or target your target audience. It makes no sense for you to get a Google ad going or a Meta ad going and they're targeting 60-year-old grandmothers. That ain't a part of your, that's not a part of your target. That's not a part of your fan base at all. Like, it's pointless people to show your content to, right? And now the good thing is, and I can tell y'all, Meta and Google has AI versions or AI services that can help you target your audience. They can do it based off of the behavior. They can do it based off of trends. They can do a lot of stuff. I challenge you, learn how to use it. Learn how to use it, because if you don't, you're gonna be lost in the sauce. You're gonna be lost in the sauce. And then there's a few other things like Discord, Kajabi, Gumroad. This is another one. What is it? Go High Level. I think that's another one. Go High Level is all of these are automated services that you could do to engage your community, right? So if you build a community of people that like black combs, you do a community of my gray hair now. You do a community of people that like gray combs. You can send all of those people to Discord and they have conversations throughout the week. If you don't want to be as accessible, like I don't mind being, try to use some of those services. All right. And everybody that's watching this on all of my other platforms, I'm sorry. The power went out. I don't know what happened, but we got through it. Hopefully y'all enjoy it tonight. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right. Peace.